What's up? This is Deluxe.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obie Trice. This is Ad-Lib.
Yo, what up? This is Spesh One.
This is Spesh K.
Hot Rock's motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio. Check him out, man. Yo, check this out, man. This your man's Obie Trice, man. BME is definitely up in the architecture tonight. And, you know, this is Breaking Records Radio. You already know what it is. Break my record.
I want to ask you about the Obi-Wan days.
Yeah, I started off as Obi-Wan. I was about 14, 15 years old, you know, Star Wars fan. And I went to the hip-hop shop, which was a shop, you know, Maurice Malone's clothing store back in the day in 7 Mile Greenfield area where I'm from. And, you know, I used to go there and showcase my lyrics, you know, the things that I wrote during the week, like a Saturday, when everybody show up there, like afternoon. And Proof was the host. Proof was D12, had dreads back then. And, you know, one day he asked me, "What's your name?" I was like, "Obi-Wan." He was like, "No, what's your real name?" I was like, Obie Trice. I was like, that's what I'm gonna start introducing you guys. Obie Trice. So kind of stuck with me for sure.
Is there, with that being said, the proofs there, is there any notable artists nowadays that would attend the hip hop shop?
Oh yeah, everybody was there. Eminem to D12 to Raw Collection to Rabies, Dilla. This is all we had, you know. Detroit don't really have industry like that, like in New York, as far as the hip hop culture, like back in the day. So, you know, this is where everybody who was into music would go and showcase their skills. It was one Saturday, you know, and it was battles, you know, it's a lot of things going on.
Also the hip hop shop, actually, I had to touch on that still. Would that have been like the equivalent then of like what you would see as represented as the Shelter in like 8 Mile then?
Yeah, 8 Mile, yeah, that movie has some significance from the hip hop shop, you know. It was always a cipher, you know, and there's certain these places, but yeah, it gives you that feel. It kind of gives you that feel.
That's like the inspiration for that in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything in Detroit still, like, I know the hip hop shop doesn't exist anymore, but do you guys still have is there something in the city you guys have still that's almost that's symbolic of it, you know what I mean, that's going on for the new guys these days?
Well, actually the hip hop shop has reopened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, you know, I've been a few times since it's been open, so.
Crazy.
You know, trying to bring that old feel back, you know what I mean, and you know, it's pretty good. You know, a lot of local cats still go there and showcase their, you know, their music and their talents.
Who are some of the like up and comers coming from Motor City right now that you really got your eyes on, or that you're really
got Patience?
Take that.
We got Patience right here. We got Fly Peoples. We got my man D. My man Jay-Z. Who's on? I think he was on the Anger Management tour. And him and Jay had the Renegade in New York. And he was in his tent on the stage, like being D12. And he had to go through the tent to get on the stage. So once you walk backstage, you go to this white tent. And there's some TV in there, we're looking at him perform. And Jay come in with this afro, you know, because I guess when you get RC on, he's like, you know, when he's brainstorming and when he's in the studio, he grow this big like fro and shit. So I never seen him with this fro and shit. He came in the tent, he was just fired off. This was tent wasn't as big. It was about as big as this. And came through with 2 big motherfuckers like security. For some reason it smelled like crack. like came out the trap hustling. I smell like, you know, like the crack smell. Like, damn. I didn't think he was using. I just smelled hustle on him. You know what I mean? It was just crazy. It was just like, my nigga.
Still smell the crack in my clothes.
Yeah.
Make me have to relapse on the clothes.
Yeah. And he just
that shit's real.
Walked through and did Renegade. And that was a moment for me too. And you know, another experience with Jay-Z, I was on a Rock the Mic tour with him. He was the headliner, and I would open up the tour, and you know, he was, you know, when I mean, we doing big venues, like when I go on stage, you know, girls still getting their hair done, and, you know, it's probably about 2,000 people, these big stadiums, but you know, I would go on and do my 15-minute set before Cheers came out. And one day, my clothes was in my bus. I had a big tour bus wrapped with my face and Cheers and all that shit. And I had my clothes in the bus. So I'm walking down with Paul Rosenberg, Tracy McNew, my management, and I got a towel on and I'm ass naked. My clothes is in the bus, like right in front of the hotel.
Yeah.
So Jay coming from the workout by himself. So I'm looking at the elevator and shit. We all facing the elevator. Management. I'm just like, I go on the phone, but I got this towel, chest out, just covering my nuts and shit. My body, my lower body and shit. So, for the tapping me and shit. Like, what? Like Jay. I turned around, it was Jay. This motherfucker was standing there and shit, like, he was like, damn, the tour got you like that already? And so, you know, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, oh, I feel crazy, right? And so, I'm like, no. I had left my clothes. It was just like, man, I mean, the tour got you like this? We only did, he was like, Obie, we only did 3 shows so far. So we get in the elevator, it's super duper quiet. I'm feeling like I'm wrong. He's standing in front of the elevator doors and all of us standing behind him. I can remember the respect that, you know, Paul Rosenberg, Tracy, you know, Jewish people getting money. The respect I seen in their faces just standing behind them, like, it was just crazy. And then you know, his shit, he was going down, but they was just like, oh, you going up? And then he hit his head up and shit for him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I'm thinking like, we going down though. Why can't his ass go down and go back up? They was like, you going up? You going up? Yeah, you going up. Top floor, yeah.
Mission.
The fucking penthouse, yeah. You going up? Oh yeah, we'll take it down. Just like, then the doors open and he turned around at me and was like, keep it gangster, man. And walked off. And I felt, you don't know how I felt, man. It was just like, why didn't I bring my clothes? You know, it was like, he had a straight face, so I didn't know how to take it at the time, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, is this guy serious? I'm like, motherfucker, my shit in the car.
Well, Black Market Entertainment, who are some of the artists, all these gentlemen right here?
Well, this guy right here, you know, Patience definitely is somebody I've been rocking with, who's who's been representing my label. We don't have anything in black and white yet, and these guys got their own thing. What's your
Do something entertainment.
Do something entertainment? You know what I'm saying?
Just one big ass family.
Yeah, we just one big crew.
Yeah, I know. I read that you guys were trying to you wanted to be real community oriented and whatnot. So, what are some of the things that you've got working in your community right now through Black Market Entertainment?
Well, basically, right now we're just focusing on my record, the Hangover, and we did Bottoms Up years ago. Just trying to get around the world and get these people back, knowing that I'm doing music, and we start to branch off and try to help other people once we get that good.
Yeah, and everything I've heard off the Hangover so far is really dope too. I love the vibe of it, that boom bap, that soulful 90s vibe. But I noticed also on there you had some notable features with producers. You got back together with Young Buck on there. How did that happen? You guys just hit him up, or were you guys talking about doing some stuff for a minute now, or?
Yeah, that's just the homie.
Yeah. And Estelle you got on there?
Yeah, Estelle, I got introduced to her through a guy named Malik, who runs one of our venues downtown, which is called Shane Park. And his connections, he knew Estelle like that. She was down for it, and that happened. You know what I'm saying? Real good people.
Dope. And I also noticed too with the topics of your albums, they always seem to be liquor related. Is that going to be a reoccurring?
Now, I was just talking about this. This is my last album with the drinking thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Hangover is it. I'm gonna package all 4 of my albums, and put them in a nice, packaging is everything.
Yeah.
Nice liquor look. Shot glasses. Some DVD that's never been seen. My whole shady experiences. Eminem. I got over 200 hours of DVD material that I'm gonna package with all 4 of my records, and I'm gonna put that out this year.
Yeah? Nice. Yeah, that's a great idea too with the marketing. That's what it's all about. It's about making the people want to buy it, right?
Oh yeah.
The world was how oversaturated.
Footage that you have never, ever seen.
Yeah.
So, I think that's going to be a killer. I'm going to sell that motherfucker for $1 million.
Once upon a time in Challenge.
I was going to ask you about what your idea or what your thoughts were on the idea behind Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, since music kind of has lost its value as it's so accessible, digital purchases and whatnot. Do you think that's a good format to go about releasing music?
It's a new day. Like you said, it's a new day, and it's so accessible now. You gotta just think of new ways to put out good music and still get the residuals that you deserve.
Actually, I just wanted to touch back too, because you're talking about all the footage of your time with Shady Records. I was just curious, while you were with the label, what was probably the biggest just wow moment? The one artist you got to connect with or rock with in the studio, and you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This is happening right now.
Probably Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I met Dr. Dre, I was super nervous. I grew up listening to this guy.
And you knew him, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know him prior to getting signed.
Oh no?
No.
Okay.
He came and found me.
Really?
Trey, yeah. I put out some independent music. He was in Europe, and he came. He was in the club in Europe, and they was playing Well-Known Asshole, which is produced by Jay Moss from Toronto.
Oh.
And he came back to Detroit and found me. So I didn't know those guys. I would see them at the hip hop shop, but I didn't really know them.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Who is this guy?" He came back to Detroit and found me. But being in the studio with Dre, when I walked in, I never forget, I walked in and he wasn't actually in the studio, he was like in the kitchen or something. He came in like, Obie. And I was just like slow motion. He had some Hennessy. And he was drinking with me, he was talking to me like he knew me since I was a baby or something. And as the night went on, he was bringing the music back and I was just like, hell yeah. And I was just like, damn, this motherfucker really says, hell yeah. He really says that shit.
For the record, he really says that.
He really says that shit. He was like, hell yeah. This shit, you know, you about to go triple platinum. And, I was just like, damn, okay, yeah. I was just, my brother was my manager and something. They were like, dog, did I get killed in the hood? And this is what happened? I'm really doing this shit. And it was just like, no, motherfucker, you pinched me like you're very alive.
So if your musical style could be translated into a Mortal Kombat finishing move, what would it do to your opponent?
Finish him!
I guess I would say, oh, you get Street Fighter. It would, oh, that's Street Fighter? What is it?
Finish him.
Finish him. I mean, that shit. I don't play that shit, though. Like, I'm not a Mortal Kombat dude. I'm into that.
I would imagine something with bottles of booze, since your albums are named after that. You'd have to give like a 1-2 shot.
Yeah.
Slice them down the middle.
Yeah.
Give them the bottoms up.
Slice them down the middle. Actually pour the liquor into their stomach.
Straight to the homies.
Shit like that. Yeah.
Breaking fucking Records Radio.